to the grid. All right. It's 7 o'clock. Yes, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It is time for the grid. And you might be asking yourself, what the hell is the grid? Well, I'm going to tell you, but not before I introduce the cast of the grid. So everyone from the cast of the grid tonight, please turn on your cameras and wave at your adoring public. Who are these yahoos? These yahoos are a group of comedians, improvisers, actors from across the nation coming together to bring to you improv comedy based off your suggestions. That's right. We are going to play games. We're going to have some cracking of wise based off your suggestions tonight, and we'll be doing that for about the next hour this evening. So with that said, tonight we are going to be jumping right into it, but as a part of that, we are going to let you know what we're going to be playing tonight. Tonight, we are doing an 80s themed night. Yes, everything we talk about tonight is 80s themed. So your suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Put those into the box. So we've got them. Some of the things that we're going to be looking for tonight, we're going to be looking for objects from the 80s, like cassettes and Walkmans. We're looking for occupations like Wall Street lawyer or time-traveling scientist. We're going to be looking at 80s crimes, like telling mom the babysitter is dead, or trading places with a stock portfolio manager. We're also going to be looking for some TV movie locations like Wally World or a golf course. We're looking for some 80s celebrities such as Ted McGinley or Gary Coleman. What are we talking about? I don't know. We're going to find out. We also need 80s movies titles with sequels like The Terminator or Caddyshack, but not those two. We also want some TV show titles. Yes, TV show titles. That is going to be something prevalent tonight's show, like Hill Street Blues or Manimal. Nobody got that reference. Okay, just nobody watched Manimal. Okay, look it up. Look it up. Manimal, classic TV show. And then also we need a style of 80s theater, like Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals or cabaret style theater that were very, very popular. So if you can put those in the chat right now, you see a ticker down below. That ticker will remind you what are some of the things that we need. Oh, we got Heather putting stuff into the chat. Thank you, Heather, for doing that. Much appreciated. With that said, tonight we will be competing with each other. We are going to be doing the debut of our 60-second 80s TV episode review. Yes, each one of us is going to be competing to get your vote this evening for who can remember the 80s television the best. And they'll be self-explanatory. You'll see that throughout tonight's show. We'll also be playing, we'll be doing visiting a good old bar where everybody knows your name in a game of 185. Prior to that, Frankie ran amok. Yes, Frankie ran amok and committed a crime against the cast of the grid, and we're going to have to perform an interrogation this evening. Before that, Meg and Frankie and Ron are going to let us know what genres they like to switch in a game called Genre Switch. Prior to that, Megan and I are going to throw down the wickedy rhymes in a game called Scene and Rhyme. But to start all this off, what we need is to play a game called Where Are These Squares? And this is how it works. I'm going to ask two actors to stay on the screen. Let's go with Lisa and Frankie. Go ahead and unmute yourselves. Lisa and Frankie, you're going to stay on the screen. We're going to see a series of scenes based off 80s locations. Locations made famous by 80s 80s movies or TVs. And we're going to see scenes based off of that. So Lisa and Frankie, are you ready to play Where Are These Squares?
I'm ready.
Love it. The suggestion is the Amityville Horror House.
What are all these flies doing in here? Gee.
All I've got to say, Frankie, is this is a terrible first date. gone mute.
Where are these squares? Let me get Megan and Ron up on the screen. You're going to be found at Camp Crystal Lake.
I just love sitting in the boat, waiting to be killed.
Yeah. Hey, pass me a beer.
Sure.
Ah,
Oh.
ugh.
Oh. Cool. It's happening now. Awesome.
Where are these squares? Let me get Frankie and Megan on the screen. Frankie and Megan, the two of you are at Nakatomi Plaza.
Merry Christmas, my love. I want
What'd
to
you get
tell
me
you
for
something.
Christmas?
I want to tell you something.
What?
Will you marry me?
Oh my God. Cool, but could you get down on one knee?
Sure.
Okay, cool. All right.
Will you marry me?
No.
Where are these squares? Let me get Ron and Lisa up. The two of you are at the Ghostbusters Firehouse.
Come on, Ron. Let's slide down one more time.
You know what? I'm tired of using euphemism. Just come on, say what you mean. Oh, you want me to slime you?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it like we're really into it in sexy time.
Okay.
Hey, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
Where are these squares? Let me get Ron and Megan up on the screen. Ron and Megan, the two of you are at the bridge found in The Lost Boys.
I'll jump if you jump.
I don't know. I think you're the Christ figure in this movie, not me.
Jesus Christ. Again with this.
Look, I like literature. I'm sorry.
I'm the king of the world. Hold on to me.
Where are these squares? Let me get Lisa and Frankie up on the screen. The two of you are in Beverly Hills, the Beverly Hills Police Department.
I didn't do nothing.
You never do nothing, but I gotta spend all my hard-earned cash on bailing you out. Why's that?
Because you're my lady. We take care of each other. I take care of you too, babeski.
Yeah? When was the last time you bailed me out?
Well, I don't bail you out because you never do nothing wrong against the law. But I take care of you. What about that time I made you those pigs in the blanket?
Oh, I like the pigs in the blanket.
What about that time that I made you a special treat in the form of a special meal of rack of lamb?
Rack of lamb, but you used my lamb.
Well, it was about to go bad. That's a form of taking care of you.
Well, I guess you got a point. All right, I'm gonna bail you out.
Thank you, my love, my dove.
Where are these squares? Let me get Frankie, Lisa, and Megan up on the screen. The three of you are on Elm Street.
Why do I know this street?
Hey there.
Stop playing.
Stop playing. We're lost. We're
Yeah,
totally lost. I mean, this name's familiar, but
it looks familiar, but I don't know where we are.
I don't know. I
Time
feel
to
like
sprinkle them with some sleeping dust.
Where are these squares? Let me get Ron, Frankie, and Lisa up on the screen. The three of you are at Twin Peaks.
Dance with me.
I'm trying. I'm doing my
My
best.
body
right?
won't move the way I want it to.
Would you
The
marry
same
me?
thing happens to me, but I support you.
Would you marry me?
Oh, wow.
You missed your chance.
Where are these squares? Let me get everybody on the screen. Everybody on the screen. All four of you are in the library of the Shermer High School in Illinois. Shermer High School in Illinois.
And then I put the tape on this kid's hairy butt. And I ripped off the duct tape, and all of his butt hair came off. And I feel guilty.
What'd you charge him for that? What'd that cost?
And that's scene! All right. If you are enjoying tonight's show, why don't you swing by our fantastic website? You can get some links up there. Go to the donate link and drop $5 there. We would really appreciate that $5. It goes a long way to keep shows going. We're going to talk about some of the shows that we have going on in the real and virtual world, and we'd really appreciate that. While you're there, there is merchandise. We have merchandise. I have some on, so do the cast members of some of the stuff that we sell on our website. So go to improductionsllc.com, click on the merch button, get yourself some cool improv-related merch, because, well, all the cool kids are doing it. With that said, it is time for the 60-second 80s television episode review. That's right, tonight we are going to have all of our fantastic actors pitted against each other to present their favorite episode from an 80s TV show. And the first one up is going to be Frankie. Frankie, go ahead and turn on your camera. Yay. Frankie, how well-versed are you in 80s TV shows?
Well, it depends on the shows. Not too well versed in general, I would say, but if I don't know what's going on, I'm gonna improvise.
Well, with that said, we're gonna get some. Hold on a second. I gotta type something. There we go. There we go. We're gonna get some the title of a TV show from the 80s, and then you are going to pick a number between 1 and the total number of seasons, and then we are going to go forward. With that said, I'm looking in the chat, and I see the TV show V. Is the TV show. Let me look here. There looks like there are only 3 seasons. So give me a number between 1 and 3, please.
Let's go with season 1.
Season 1, it is the title of the episode that you are going to be using and doing is called The Dissident. The Dissident is the title of this V episode. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to go ahead and knock out the explanation from top to bottom of The Dissident. Are you ready?
I can recreate it too, right? If I want.
You can recreate the whole thing. You recreate the whole thing.
Ready.
All right, Frankie, are you ready?
I'm ready.
And begin.
Beep, 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 beep. Greetings. I have come from the planet of V, and I am a visitor. I need your help. I need it now, and I need it badly. My people are trying to get me to change my ways, human. And if you don't help me, they are going to dismember me completely. It's true. They'll take my hand and cut it off. They'll take my nose and cut it off. They'll take my ear and cut it off.
15 seconds.
I don't know what to do, human. If you don't help me, it will be on your hands.
5
My
seconds.
blood will be on your hands. Beep, beep, beep.
And that's time. Big round of applause for Frankie, everyone. Those of you watching, remember Frankie is number one. Frankie, go ahead and turn on your camera as well as the rest of the cast. Go ahead and turn on your cameras. We're going to do a quick review. Just give our opinions to maybe sway the audience one way or another. What's going on there, Megan? How did you feel about Frankie's summary or review of the Dissident episode of V?
I was mesmerized by it.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie embodied the visitor completely.
Yes.
Did not know that it would bleed, though. That was something I missed when watching that episode originally, that the visitors have blood.
No idea. I don't remember them bleeding ever. Well, with that said, speaking of bleeding, Ron, what'd you feel about Frankie's reenactment here?
Once again, kudos to Frankie's acting chops. He never ceases to amaze me. I mean, I thought I was watching a version of AI as he did this. He looked like he was completely overtaken and embodied it. Just as Megan said, he embodied it so well that I could watch that all day.
So could I. Speaking of watching someone all day, Lisa, I could watch you all day perform. With that said, what's your analysis?
I'm closing the drapes, Nelson.
Frankie.
Live closer.
It has been rumored that Frankie is a direct descendant from the most magnificent actor in the world. Well, he has proven it. He has proven it to me tonight because I watched that original episode. I think Frankie did it better.
Wow.
He did it better.
Frankie.
Did it better. Thank you, Frankie, for showing us your chops.
Wow, Frankie, that is a great review. Frankie is number one. Hold up a number one, Frankie. Remind everybody you're number one. We're going to ask you to vote at the end in the chat. Go put in number one when we ask you to. If you think Frankie, out of all our actors tonight, did the best job. With that said, we're going to turn things over to Frankie to introduce our next game, Scene in Rhyme. Unmute himself as well.
Sorry, I don't mute myself. It's happening by itself. I don't know what's going on. I swear to you. Anyway, it's true. This game is called Scene in Rhyme. It's a scene game that's going to star Megan and Nelson. We're going to get a suggestion from our lovely virtual audience. Nelson, what kind of suggestion was it again? An 80s something or other, was it?
It's an 80s celebrity is what we're going for here.
Oh, okay, we're going to need to get an 80s celebrity in the chat from our lovely audience. And the way this game works is it's called Scene in Rhyme. So Nelson and Megan are going to be performing a scene. We're still going to want to see relationship and plot and who, what, where, all that good stuff. But everything that they say has to rhyme with each other. They're going to be setting each other up for rhymes throughout the scene. And that is how the game is going to go. What suggestion did we get in the chat, guys?
Well, we got a number of ones. We got some from Chris. We got some from Heather here. We got Larry Hageman as a suggestion. We're not going to go with that one. We also got Tom Cruise as a suggestion. But I think we're going to have to go with Bill freaking Murray. Murray
absolutely
is the one we're going to go with.
All right, players, are you ready?
We're ready.
Begin.
Ding dong.
Hi. I'm glad you decided to show up.
Yeah, I mean, I really need this babysitting job, so thanks.
Come on in.
Okay.
All right. I hope that you like gophers because I've got a lot of them and they do require a lot of attention.
Oh, that wasn't something that your wife happened to mention.
She didn't.
See, I was wondering how many kids there were to watch.
Oh, I've got at least 200-300 right here for you to watch. They're all very special. They all have my eyes.
Oh, well, that kind of comes as a surprise. I mean, 200 kids, and they were all fathered by you?
Well, artificially. You know, we believe in using science. I'm a big kind of science guy.
Oh. You don't need to explain anymore the why of so where are you off to tonight?
I have to work an extra double over at the golf course. They're making me look up and take care of the greens, and my wife, she has to come with me because she's going to be taking care of our other son named Jason. And so she can't be around. So we need somebody who we can trust. And you came highly, highly recommended from the service.
Okay, great. I wonder if I could first, between us, ask a little question.
Sure, go ahead.
How much am I going to get paid?
Well, I have a whole canister of golf balls you can go ahead and wash, and they can all be yours. They're worth a fortune.
Okay. Again, that was something you didn't mention. You see, I was hoping that I could get paid per child.
Oh. Well, in that case, I've got a whole bunch of smoke that you can have. It goes a long, long way across all these children. It's pretty good. Here's
Could
a
I
fire.
ask you? Oh.
Ow. Ow.
Okay.
Ow.
I'm just
Ow.
a babysitter for hire. I wasn't sure that I was gonna have to be a fire keeper.
He who keeps the fire keeps things burning.
And see.
Oh, that's right. Did you enjoy that last scene? I did. I enjoyed it so much I forgot to rhyme in that last scene. That's how good we are here tonight. With that said, let me go ahead and get my players up for a game of genre switch. That is going to be Megan, Frankie, and Ron. And this one you don't have to rhyme.
Runner?
Runner.
We can do a runner too. We can do a runner too. Holy crap. Totally threw me off my game. Let me get Lisa up on the screen. We're going to jump into that. There we go. Sorry, Lisa.
Hey,
I
guys.
just wanted to skip
That's
you.
all right.
I wanted to skip you.
I
That's
know
what
how
it
that
is.
goes. I
right.
get it, Nelson.
All right, cool.
It's my
You're going to
run.
also do a TV show tonight, right? You're
What?
gonna do a TV
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to
I
do
love-
an episode of a TV show. I'm looking through the chat right now, and I'm looking for a TV show. Oh, Growing Pains is the
yeah.
TV show. Growing Pains. Let's look up how many seasons of Growing Pains. There are Growing Pains.
I think there were 45 seasons of Growing.
At least. Cool. Can you look? It was on for a long time. 7 seasons. Seven
Yes,
seasons. Can you give me a number between 1 and 7, please?
I'm going to go with 5.
5, season 5. That's when things started getting really hot. There, Kirk Cameron was finding himself and finding his spirituality at the same time, I'm sure. And with that said, I'm looking through this. Coughing Boy is the name of the episode. Coughing Boy, episode
Coughing
7.
Like, or coughing
Yes,
like you lay down
coughing.
and cough. Okay.
Coughing.
All right. Yeah.
Coughing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what
I
it is.
remember that one, but the coughing
All right.
one was funny too.
Lisa, I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, here we go. And begin.
All right. Now, everybody knows that we get into these coughing fits that cannot be controlled. Everybody does it. But so, Kirk Cameron, being the spiritual person that he is, decided to concentrate on this for one show because he wanted to let everybody know that it's a normal thing and not to worry, you're not dying, you're just coughing. So he got out. He got out and he really had a coughing fit. He was supposed to act it, but it just happened. Maybe God had a hand in it. Who knows? So he started coughing and his mother tried to cure him and she couldn't cure him. His father tried. Nobody could cure him. So he decided that he was just going to run across the street and back and forth until he could stop coughing. And then eventually he ran so much that the breath just whoa. And there he had it. The coughing stopped.
And that's time, everybody. That is time. Great job, Lisa. That is the way I remembered Growing Pains, the coughing
Yeah.
episode.
It was always about one subject. That's it. They never veered when they
No.
started on that subject.
They
never
did.
veered.
Speaking of Growing Pains, let me get the rest of my cast up on screen for this one. Oh my goodness, Ron. Ron is is very cultured and very, very well versed in Growing Pains. Ron, would you mind giving your evaluation of Lisa's presentation tonight?
Yes. First of all, that was based upon a true story from my life, and Kirk, he played it so he played so well. I took him out to like practice, and I had him smoke cigarettes with me so many times until he could not. The only thing I was missing from Lisa's presentation was the cough. If she would have coughed, I would have given it an award.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
An award. Otherwise,
giving her a can of beer. Good.
Otherwise,
okay.
Bravo, Lisa. Bravo.
Thank you.
Wow. Speaking of award winning, Megan, how are you feeling about Lisa's presentation?
I'm not an award winning postmodernist critic like Ron is clearly, but I do have to say that what Lisa accomplished in this review is that she made me feel a bit of empathy for Kirk Cameron.
Wow.
Which is something.
Wow.
It is.
Because I've never been a fan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some empathy. Speaking of empathy, how are you feeling about this, Frankie?
Well, empathy reminds me of the word emphysema.
Wow.
And, basically this episode, I don't think people know this very well, but it actually led to the inspiration of a lot of scientific experimentation and medical research into the cure of the common cough. And now that's why they have treadmills in every hospital.
Wow. Man, show me that smile. Show me that smile. Lisa, you're number two. Lisa's number two. Vote for number two at the end of tonight's show. If you really enjoyed this rendition of Growing Pains, it was really great. With that said, I hope I'm going to the right game now. I think we're going to go with genre switch, which is Megan, Frankie, and Ron. And Ron, they're going to be playing a game. Excellent. I finally got it right. And this is what's going to happen. They're going to perform a scene, and then we're going to see that same scene go through some transformations in different styles. Here's what we're looking for you in the chat. Genres of 80s movies, 80s TV, or even 80s theater. Yeah, we're looking for those things. So throw those into the chat so we've got it. To start things off, we're going to start with an 80s occupation, and we do have stuff for that in the chat. So let me look here. We're going to go with, disc jockey. Disc jockey is what you get. Players, are you ready?
Ready.
And begin.
And that concludes the night shift with the Night Owl. I'll see you tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right on these airwaves.
Wow, that was some real great DJing.
Whoa!
That was really great DJing.
I didn't know you were in the studio with me.
Sorry, I'm cleaning up. They changed my schedule to be third shift.
Oh.
I just focus on the lobby while you're doing your show. I focus on the bathrooms. After you go, I'm going to clean up the studio too. I just wanted to say, I've been listening and it sounded great. You have such a wonderful, mellifluous voice.
Well, thank you, Clyde. That's just really special.
Hey, we have a caller on line 1.
What?
We have a caller on line 1. Fred,
you forgot to push the button, Lindsay. You better pick up the call.
Hi, caller. I'm listening right now.
I just want to tell you that your voice is really a turn on, and I like to see that you like the common guy, like the way you're talking to the janitor. So I feel like I got a chance.
Let me ask you a question, caller. How do you know I'm in the studio with the janitor right now?
You left your mic live.
Freeze! We're going to continue this in the style of an 80s teen mall comedy. Teen mall comedy. Continue.
Oh my God. I'm such a dope. Like, for sure. I'm so sorry. I just like gag me with this job.
Yeah, that this remote at the mall is so nice, and I've been watching you the whole time. And would you go to prom with me?
God, like, really? Like, you really want to go to prom with me? Like, oh my God, really?
Lindsay, I was wondering if maybe you would rather go to prom with me.
Hey, I saw her first.
Like, no way. I have like two guys like asking me to prom, like both at the same time. Like, maybe I can go with both and have two different dresses that I get at G. Nicole at the mall.
Hey, but I'm going to borrow my dad's Rambler.
Oh, like, I'm sorry, like, gag. I don't think I can write enough.
Freeze, we're going to continue this in the style of a 80s interview talk show, daytime talk show.
Well, this is quite a conundrum. She doesn't know who to go to prom with. She's absolutely in a dilemma, and the guy wants to drive her in her Rambler. Here on Donahue, when we have a dilemma like that, we like to ask the actual young lady what she has to say.
Like, I'm just not really sure what to do because there's a status thing about what the guy's car is. And then there's also the thing where, like, maybe he's a really nice guy.
Hey, all I got to say is I asked her first. And if she needs me to, like, steal what's that, Le Car or something like that, something really classy, I would do it. I would do it.
Freeze! You're going to continue this in the style of an 80s action TV show a la MacGyver.
How are we going to solve this problem? How am I going to play the next record without messing everything up?
You know what? I can rewind your cassettes.
Freeze! We're going to continue this in an 80s children's show like The Wonder Years. Continue.
Yeah,
Gosh, Clyde.
I've always wanted a girlfriend, and I thought I found the right one.
Gosh, Clyde, you don't have to cry about it. I mean, come on.
Stop.
What if I played this Motown song for you?
For me?
Freeze! I'm going to continue in a crime mystery style a la Matlock.
Your Honor, I think that the fact that she led me on and I went out in the parking lot and took a bunch of different cars and made one, that she broke my heart. And
Objection!
Sustained.
Your Honor, I feel this trial is rigged.
Hey, that's that was so much fun going down memory lane. All of those fantastic 80s TV shows and genres. Really, really fun. With that said, we have another show that has a lots of genres within it. It's called Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind. Yes, it is a neo-futurist staple collection of plays. We'll be trying to do 30 plays in 60 minutes. It's 2 minutes a play. And they span all kinds of genres, all kinds of subject matter. It's a very, very adult show. And we only have 2 showings of it. So you're going to want to check that out. It's a scripted show with elements based off the audience and things that happen in the evening, influencing what plays get chosen during the night. With that said, go to improductionsllc.com/calendar and you can see what dates we're playing and buy some tickets. I believe tonight is the last night that we have our early bird special. You can get tickets at a discount. Some of these tickets include food. Yes, you can make a dinner night out of it. So go check it out, improductionsllc.com/calendar. Click on Too Much Light and you can check that out. With that said, let me get Megan up on the screen. Megan, it's your turn. It's your turn to give us a 60-second 80s TV episode review this evening. Very long name. Can't remember it all. And I'm going to start looking in the chat right here, right now. And
what will it be?
it's going to be Dallas. Dallas. It's going to be Dallas.
Dallas.
That's the one. And so, Megan, that was a long-running TV show. It ran for 14 seasons. 14 seasons.
Wow.
So give me a number between 1 and 14, please.
Me?
Yep.
I'll take 3.
3. It is 3. Okay. Let's see here. It's called Rodeo. Rodeo. That's the name of the episode. It is
I remember
season 3. Episode 8 is Rodeo. Megan, you have 60 seconds to give us the lowdown on the rodeo. Are you ready?
I am.
And begin.
Well, y'all, I'm here to tell you about the episode Rodeo. You might not remember this, but Sue Ellen left JR and decided that she was going to join the rodeo. She just went right over to Fort Worth. She left that glitz and glam and put her hair down flat and started to ride the bull. Well, JR didn't take to this too kindly, so he came over in his Lamborghini and was like, "Woman, I need you to come back with me," in that real evil way he uses. And then he brought Bobby with him because Bobby didn't go anywhere without JR at that time. And Bobby was like, "Please, Sue Ellen, you gotta come back." And then Charlene Tilton, whatever her character's name was, showed up and was like, "I could probably ride that bull better than you could ride it, Sue Ellen. Slap." So they've each got on a bull and started to go around the ring, and the bulls threw them both off, and the fellas rescued them and drove them home back to Dallas in a Lamborghini.
And that's time. A round of applause for Megan stuffing all of that drama into 1 minute. Fantastic. I don't know even what to say. I'm going to just have my classmates here make some feedback here. Lisa, you're up first. What do you feel about Megan's
that was one of my longtime favorite shows. It was like a nighttime soap opera, which I love. Sue Ellen was always that daring wife that would go out and do things against her husband's. She makes me smile. It was wonderfully explained. I felt like I was watching it again for the second time, and it was just amazing. Although, I will tell you, Charlene Tilton's name was Lucy.
Lucy.
Oh, Lucy. Yes, just like a single cigarette. With that said, let's go to you. Let's go to you, Frankie. What was your feelings on this rodeo synopsis?
Well, I thought it was a very empowering story. The synopsis made me really feel the story of like the power of the rodeo, the power of relationships, and the power of Lamborghinis. I think that, a good slap every now and then is always going to be just a real kick in the pants. And it made me want to go watch Dallas now because I've never seen it.
Ooh. Wow.
If you've got time, there's Dallas to watch.
That's true. Being from San Antonio, the last thing I want to do is watch Dallas. Just
it could take over your life. It could just take over your life.
It's just too sprawling for me. With that said, I gotta bring up our guest here, Ron. Is that Ron? Is that Ron?
It's Ron.
Oh, it's Ron. Okay,
it's Ron, partner.
Oh, okay, cool. Ron, what are your feelings on this tonight?
I just want y'all to know that I was Lucy's stunt double during Dallas.
Oh, really?
So I had some real insight. So that description brought back so many memories, so many stunts. And if there was one thing I liked more than riding it hard and putting it away wet, it was driving that Lamborghini. And Megan brought back every one of them thoughts for me. Every one of them.
Ron, were you known as Dusty Farlow?
Yeah, they called me Dusty Farts. They thought it was funny.
Oh man, Dusty Farlow. Sue Ellen was all over Dusty Farlow, you know?
What can
And
I say? Look at this.
you know what? I'm attracted to it, you know? If I could get on
We'll talk later.
if I could get on a half sunglassed cowboy, it would be you, you know?
Hey, being a stunt double is rough work.
Did you know who shot JR, Dusty?
Shit, girl, you know it was me.
We don't want to incriminate. There's too much snitching here.
Did I say that live?
For beyond the statute of limitations. If you enjoyed what Megan had given a synopsis on, number 3, yes, or number 3, depending if you're German or English. English, German. So pick number 3 at the end of tonight's show. With that said, hey, Frankie, can you stay on for a second?
Yes.
Hey, man. I'm sorry I have to do this to you, man, but
what
made everybody in the group kind of angry tonight?
What?
Yeah, you did, man. You know what you did, and I'm gonna have to banish you for a little bit because we're gonna have a meeting about you right here, right now.
Oh no! Okay.
And so we're gonna banish you for a second. I got to talk with the group this evening. All right. So we'll wait to the waiting room. Let me get everybody else up on screen. Ron, Lisa, hey, Megan, hey, Frankie. You know what? Frankie did it. I can't believe he did that to us.
You know, he's been gone so long. I knew something was going to happen.
You got to give him a break. You know, you got to give him a break. You know, well, he got all mixed up with those Dallas folks.
Well, listen, Lisa. With that said, you
gotta nail him on this, Nelson.
Yeah,
you need to bring in the you know who.
Yeah, I think I need the enforcers of Lisa and Ron. I think you need to bring out your bad cop combination.
You got to watch what you wish for, Nelson. You got to watch what you wish for, man.
Yeah. So if you wouldn't mind, okay, we got to discuss what he did. I mean, what he actually did here, and you know, he committed a crime against us. And I'm looking through the crime here. It's an '80s crime. And he accidentally created a woman from a doll.
Did what now?
He created a woman from a doll. It's a crime.
I warned him about that.
It's a crime.
That is a crime. That's like a real crime, man.
You got to get him on this. That is no way.
It's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah. We have come farther than that.
Yeah.
I need to know who gave that suggestion.
You would like to know. With that said, and he did it in a given location that's an 80s location. And I'm looking here. In a high school math classroom. That's where it happened. Yes. And, I don't know how you're going to get through to him, but I hope you do. I really do. And finally, he did it with a celebrity from the 80s. And I think we're going to have to go with Harrison Ford. You know, Harrison, you got to watch out for him. He's trouble. Yeah, he continues to try to, he's brought back the whole, 1920 whatever show he's in now, and crazy things going on.
He can stick around as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you're concerned.
But does he have a Rambler?
I don't think so. He's got.
So
with that said, so he created a woman from a doll. He did it in a high school math class, and he did it with Harrison Ford. Okay,
he did it in the high school math class. Is that what you said, in a math class?
Math. This is not Indiana.
Math.
Not an Indiana class. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to turn off my camera. I'm going to bring Frankie back. Are y'all ready to interrogate him?
Oh yeah, bring him back. Let's educate him.
All right,
let's educate him.
Here we go.
Hey, Frankie, good to see you back at the grid, but we got a bone to pick with you. A bone to pick with you about your behavior.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna need you, right? Let's just settle it right now. Tell us what you did, where you did it, and who you did it with, and this can be over. Go ahead.
Well, I pet a kitten in Mexico with Salma Hayek. I'm really sorry about it.
Look. We know you're lonely. But you can't just do this out of thin air.
Yeah, let's focus. Let's just focus on this crime, because it's kind of like you were in a dream state when you did it.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, I can't help but sleepwalking.
Yeah, tell
That's the
now.
whole thing.
Give us the whole thing, man. Sleepwalking where with who?
Oh yeah, I was sleepwalking in the Netherlands with Walt Disney, of course.
All right, let's focus in on this crime, because I mean, it was kind of like you thought yourself being God and making your own creations.
Just taking a simple toy and making it come to life.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I have a thing for Pinocchio.
Give it all.
In
Give it. Yeah.
Italy with Barack Obama.
Yeah, man, you are almost telling the truth about that crime, but your nose just grew a little bit, and I felt like you were getting manipulated by those marionette strings.
Oh, okay.
But this, I mean, she's a beauty, no doubt.
I know what I did.
Yeah, well, tell us.
I kissed Sleeping Beauty I kissed Sleeping Beauty in a spaceship with Don Knotts.
I'm gonna tell you that you did use your sexiness to bring them to life.
It's almost like a young teenager's dream.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I just think that whenever I bring a mannequin that looks like Kim Cattrall to life, I've gotta be in Guatemala with Mick Jagger.
You know what? That is the crime, but you were a little more specific than we even knew about.
Right.
Yeah, you did bring a doll to life. You created that.
Yes, you did.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I couldn't help myself. I was going through a dark time in my life, and
I fully understand. But let's move on. We need the location now.
Yes.
Where'd you do this?
Oh man, well obviously I did it in Greenland with Bill Clinton.
Hey, that doesn't add up. That just doesn't add up.
The numbers just don't square up here, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I'm really sorry that I brought a doll to life in Russia because of Tetris and was with Patrick Stewart.
Well, all I've got to say is you've got this equation all wrong.
You know what, man? That was a really classless act that you did. Classless.
Oh, it was classless, yeah. Well, I like to bring dolls to life at school with Roberto Benigni.
Man, you are on the cusp. You are on the cusp of giving us the truth here. I can feel it. That you want this equation to add up to the truth.
Why don't you just take yourself up to the blackboard and figure it out?
Yeah, because I did it in the classroom.
A little more specific.
Oh, well, if it was more specific than the classroom where I brought this doll to life, it was obviously at the teacher's desk.
Hey, don't turn algebra into calculus right now.
Right. You're not writing a synopsis.
Oh, I need a little help here.
Hey, officers, can I come in?
You got donuts? You got donuts?
Of course. Oh, I went over down to the stand and they wouldn't deliver any donuts, so I brought them and put them in the break room.
Let's drop. What do you got to say? I don't have time for this.
Oh, that was it. I was just letting you know that the stand didn't have donuts to deliver. So I'll be back. I'm gonna go get something for you.
I was at Garfield High School with Mr. Jaime Escalante.
And he taught what subject?
Oh, well, he taught calculus.
And that's a form of, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's all starting to add up. It's all starting to add up now. So give us all of it now. The crime, the location, and who was your accomplice?
Yeah, well, obviously I brought a doll to life in math class with Don Knotts.
Shaky as gun in the West, but that sounds like a different problem that you
Mr.
had.
Olympus.
Yeah. That's not going to fly. That's not going to fly.
Yeah, we just need to whip you into shape.
Oh, yeah. Well, Suzanne Summers was there.
You went to school with Suzanne Summers?
Yeah, because she's a fitness guru and she was whipping me into shape.
Can you get me her digits?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what though? But I heard her favorite car is a Mustang.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. With Lee Iacocca.
The last time I saw you with this guy, you were escaping snakes.
Yeah. What's up with your hair, man? What's up with your hair, son?
My hair is all crazy and messy right now. I'm sorry about that. I look like Medusa. I look just like Medusa with that snake hair of mine.
So it was Medusa? You're trying to tell us you were with Medusa?
Yeah, I was with Medusa when I brought the doll to life in math class.
All right, you're gonna have to move beyond dead people and mythological creatures, because I'm telling you, man, once again, son, your hair, son, is like, it's like if I was driving, a production
Ford
line
Mustang. Was I with Harrison Ford?
Oh, say it all.
Confess it all.
Confess.
It all.
I brought a doll to life in math class with Harrison Ford.
Well, at least
You did. Now go see the dean. Go see the dean.
Sorry, guys. I'll
Dean's
go.
right here.
I'll march in shame.
Frankie, that was so
Yeah.
entertaining. You know what? I think the fact that you made a doll come to life is now forgivable. So thank you.
You can't make Megan come to life. Where's Megan?
I really appreciate it, you guys. I won't ever do it again.
There, he did it again.
You did. Well, with that said, that's scene. That's right. Not only are we bringing dolls to life, we are bringing comedy to life. Online, of all places. Again, if you're enjoying what we're doing tonight, go hit up inproductionsllc.com/donate. Drop a $5. That's all we're asking for from you this evening. With that said, our final 80s review this evening is going to come from not only the best person to go watch pro wrestling with, but is a personal friend of mine, Ron Szanyi. Ron, go ahead and turn on your camera.
I'm there.
Okay. Just making sure. Oh, wow. This is going to be unique. Very unique at this point. Ron, you're going to be giving a review of a TV show as well. And I picked one that I think speaks to you personally because you've taught a lot of high school. We're going to go with 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street, one of Fox's favorite shows at the very beginning. So they had 5 seasons of 21 Jump Street. Give me a number between 1 and 5.
3.
3 it is. We're on 3. And let's see here. Oh, I could give you Coach of the Year, but I think that'd be a little too easy for you to remember that one. I think you would relate with that. So I think we're going to go with Swallowed Alive is the episode. Swallowed Alive, season 3, episode 9. You're going to get 60 seconds to remind everybody just what the heck happened in that episode. Are you ready?
Shoot it.
And begin.
All right. Swallowed Alive was one of the best episodes I ever saw. As you could tell, I know a lot about undercover work. And in this episode, it was amazing because I remember they were in class. All right. And you had this guy trying to look like he was like 16, 17, but he was like 35 years old. All right. So when he unmasked, it was like they knew it. And he was in science class. All right. And the other kids were like trying to make him like, hey, I'm going to show you I'm one of you. I'm going to show you guys I'm one of you. And they go, eat that goldfish. So reached in, pulled out a goldfish. And swallowed it alive, hence the title. And it was like, as that goldfish went down, he's like, I'm one of you guys now. Anybody want to buy drugs? Because I'm not undercover. No way I'm undercover. I just look, I've been shaving for years and I have a driver's license and I have at least 3 divorces under my belt. but I need another one. And he continued eating goldfish until there were no more goldfish.
And that's time. A big round of applause for Ron, everybody. Go ahead and turn on your cameras. I'd like to hear some feedback on this episode of 21 Jump Street, a very underrated show, in my opinion, of the episode called Swallowed Alive. Megan, I'm sure that you've had something similar happen to you, getting mistaken for a high school student. So Megan, what was
absolutely.
What was your kind of feeling on this one?
This review brought that back to me very viscerally. And the fact that I can't stand fish. And so the eating of depicted so clearly. Oof, Ron.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah. Speaking of something fishy, Frankie, what are you feeling about this episode?
Well, quite frankly, I gotta say I haven't had dinner yet, and I think what I'm gonna go do is eat me some sardines after this. It made me think about the morality of undercover work. By sending a 35-year-old police officer in with a bunch of high schoolers to make him eat goldfish. Yeah, right. And it's one of those things in life where you think, you got to look at the trade-off, and it's really got me philosophizing. I really want to thank Ron for that really in-depth summary, because it's got the wheels turning in my head for sure.
Based on what you just said, also, they keep saying that we need more police in schools. Is this how they want it?
I know, but they should all be Johnny Depp.
They should. I was thinking more of the other guy named Hanson. I can't remember the actor's name, but his partner, his best friend on that one. Speaking of best friend, Lisa, you're Ron's best friend. How do you feel about Ron's synopsis?
Well, I was there when we watched it originally, and then I was watching it again, and I swear it was almost identical. And Ron does eat fish like that. He loves fish. He'll just walk into someone's house that has fish and start eating their goldfish.
What came first, the episode or Ron eating fish? Which one came first?
I would have to say probably Ron eating people's fish. One time we went to Nashville and they had a koi pond. By the time we left, there were no koi left.
I smell an intellectual property conflict here.
Yeah, Ron, you may want to look into that.
I'm going to get me a lawyer.
Yep, I know a few, at least one at this
point.
point.
Get Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyer.
Oh,
really
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Really? But the other one had such nice shoes.
Yeah. Well, Francis Veltri shops at the dollar store, so that's why I recommend.
For shoes?
I'm hoping to win a Francis tonight.
For shoes.
Yeah, you may. With that said, Ron is number 4. Yes, number 4. Vote for Ron at the end of tonight's show for 21 Jump Street. We're going to go and head to a little place that I really enjoy. I'm going to have you all keep your cameras on right now. I'm going to keep your cameras on. And you know what? I'm not much of a drinker. I'm not much of a drinker at all. But I am very fond of a little place called Cheers.
Oh.
There we go. Yes. And we're going to visit Cheers in a game of 185. It'll be 185 80s objects walk into a bar, and we're going to do it to Cheers. We're going to go walk into Cheers this evening. So let me look at the chat and get our first object. Looks like Heather has a ton of them in here. So let's go with, let's see here. Boom boxes. 185 boom boxes.
Lisa. 185. Why am I doing that? 185 boom boxes walk into Cheers. And Norm says, hey, there's nobody here right now, so we can't serve you a beer. 185 boombox go, that's all right. I just came for the beats.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Ron, 185 boomboxes walk into Cheers. And Woody says, hey, sorry, but you missed closing call. And 185 boomboxes said, but we love you.
Megan, 185 boomboxes walk into Cheers, and Diane comes over and says, "I'm really sorry, but I'm afraid we can't have anything this quite as auditorially eminent in this establishment as boomboxes." And 185 boomboxes say, "Fine, we'll just tape our decks on out of here then."
Oh,
Nice. Nelson, 185 boomboxes walking in Cheers. Sam Malone goes, "Hey, buddy, sorry, we can't serve you." All the 185 boomboxes start going, "That's kind of weird." And Sam goes, "You're talking kind of funny. What's going on?" And they say, "We're in dubbing mode."
Long way to get there, but
Frankie, 185 boomboxes walk into Cheers and order a drink. And Ted Danson says, "I'm sorry, but I can't serve you right now." And they all start getting real upset. They're throwing furniture, they're throwing chairs, they're having a brawl, they're having a big old fight. And he says, hey, cuz settle down.
oh.
Speaking of settling down, let's go with friendship bracelets. 185 friendship bracelets.
Ron, 185 friendship bracelets walk into Cheers. And Diane says, "I'm sorry, but friendship bracelets aren't allowed in here." And 185 friendship bracelets go, "Hey, we didn't do that shit to you. That was Sam."
Oh.
Lisa, 185 friendship bracelets walk into Cheers, and Carla says, "Get out of here. We don't accept friendship bracelets in here." And the whole 180 friendship bracelets say, "Man, you just make me want to unravel."
Oh, nice.
Megan, 185 friendship bracelets walk into the bar, and Woody says, "Hey, I think you're really great, but we really only accept the little pins with the beads that you put on your shoelaces in this bar, not friendship bracelets."
Wow. Deep cut. That's a deep cut. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it moving here for friendship bracelets. Let's move over to neon tracksuits. Neon tracksuits. 185 neon tracksuits.
Megan,
185 neon tracksuits walk into a bar, and Coach says, "What the hell's going on here with those neon tracksuits?" And 185 neon tracksuits go, "We just came here to light up your life, Coach."
Oh, nice. Go ahead,
Megan,
Megan.
185 tracksuits walk into Cheers, and Cliff Clavin says, "Well, I could give you the history of tracksuits. I don't think you're going to get a beer in this establishment." And 185 tracksuits say, "Adidas? We don't Adidas." Behavior from a bar.
Frankie, 185 tracksuits neon tracksuits walk into Cheers and order a beer. And Kirstie Alley says, "I'm sorry, but I can't serve." She was in that show, right?
Yes,
And so
yes.
she was like, she was a bartender, right? Or the manager? I don't know. Anyway, Kirstie Alley says, we can't serve you in here. And so they start running really fast. And then they fall and they break their nose. And they say, "Oh no," because there was a wind in their hair. And so they broke their nose, so they were windbreakers.
Lisa, 185 neon tracksuits walk into the bar. And Carla says to him, "I'm sorry, but I don't serve neon tracksuits in here." And the 185 neon tracksuits say, "But we just wanted to light this place up."
Oh.
Yeah.
Ron, 185 neon tracksuits sprinting to the bar. Lilith goes, "Hey, I'm sorry, guys, but we're closed." And a lead neon tracksuit just hits her, knocks her on her ass, pops up and goes, "You've been neon Dion'd."
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
We're going to make it the last one. We're going to go with 185 Pac-Men.
Pac-Man?
185 Pac-Men.
Frankie, 185 Pac-Man walk into Cheers and order a drink. And Woody says, I'm sorry, I can't serve 185 Pac-Man in here. So they all ghosted him.
Oh, nice.
Go on.
Ron, 185 Pac-Men walked into the bar, and Carla says, "Hey, what do you yellow sons of bitches want here?" And 185 Pac-Men go, wonka, 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 wonka. And there was no one left.
Go ahead,
Lisa,
Lisa.
185 Pac-Man walk into the bar. Bartender says, "Hey, I'm sorry, we can't serve 185 Pac-Man here. We just don't have the room." The 185 Pac-Man says, "Man, this place will never be packed again."
No.
Oh, nice. Nelson, 185 Pac-Men walk into a bar, Cheers specifically, and Sam Malone goes, "Hey, what are you guys doing in here? You're not supposed to be here at least until the 90s show up." And they're like, "We wanted to get in early. We wanted to get our brother." Well, 2 pox of them.
Oh. Ron, 185 Pac-Men walk into the bar, and Ted says, "Hey, can't serve Pac-Man here." And they go, "That's cool. You're a Red Sox. We're Yankees fans, so eat shit."
Wow.
Wow.
They were rough.
Wow.
Yankees
Nelson.
fans are rough.
Megan.
Yeah, go ahead, Megan.
185 Pac-Men walk into Cheers, and Frasier steps over to the door and says, "I'm afraid that Pac-Men aren't going to really work in here, but I can deal with your mental health later." And 185 Pac-Men say, "Hey, do you think that guy behind the bar would just give us like a couple cherries?"
Nice. Nice. With that said, that is C.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on, I have to cut off this Cheers shit. Hold on. There you go. All right.
I'll light in this room. I can't turn it back on.
We just lost Frankie. We're back. We just lost Frankie. Yes, it is time for you to vote in the chat right now. We're going to go in order. My first person to go tonight was Frankie. Frankie, what did you review? It was V?
I reviewed V, the episode The Dissident.
The Dissident. If you enjoyed that, put number 1 into, if you think that's the best one out of our 4, put number 1 into the chat. Number 2 was Lisa. Lisa, you were reviewing
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains.
The coughing episode.
The coughing episode, which was fantastic. I mean, I hiccuped all the way. It was great. Put number 2 into the chat if you felt that Lisa did the best. Then we went to, looks like Megan. Megan, you did what?
Yeah, Alice, and it was the episode called The Rodeo or Rodeo.
Dallas, the rodeo. And finally, Ron, you took us back to high school in an episode of 21 Jump Street entitled
Swallowing fish.
Yeah, something like that. I think it was Eaten Alive. Swallowed Alive was the idea. If you remember, number 4, that's number 4 in the chat. Go ahead. We're going to give you roughly 5 to 10 seconds to vote right here, right now. We already got some
Frankie?
voting in. Oh, Frankie, my apologies. Frankie, did I not do yours? I think I did Frankie's
You
first.
did, Frankie.
Oh, yeah, we did mine.
First.
We did
Sorry.
Okay, cool. No worries. I do tend to forget things when I'm hosting. I was so mesmerized by the $5 bill. So there we go. All right. We have a couple of votes in the chat as well. So that's good. We're going to close it out in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner goes to number 3, Megan, with 2 votes. You got those 2 votes, Megan. Dallas, congratulations. You have won a wig. Unfortunately, it's the same color as what you've got. But you've got a wig here. This is your prize for tonight.
I have one question, Nelson.
Yes.
Is it a wig you've already worn?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Makes it worth more.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
very valuable.
It's got
Very
all my
valuable.
funk in it, and hopefully any kind of skill sets will be osmotically absorbed.
Then I'll take it.
Okay, excellent. With that said, that ends our show tonight of The Grid. We appreciate all the support that people watching tonight. If you like the show, show up in 2 more weeks. We'll have another one. Yeah, it'll be great. And we've been wonderfully enjoying you as Frankie gets a little creepy in the corner right now.
Sorry, I don't know what's
Creep
going on. The
corner.
lights are not working in this room. I turn them on and then they turn off in 2 seconds.
Show's
It's under
over
control.
there.
So with that said, we have collectively been the cast of The Grid tonight, but individually tonight we have been
Ron, tip your servers.
Lisa.
Megan.
Frankie in the dark.
and Nelson in the lights. Yes, we've enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you very much. Tune in 2 weeks for the next episode of The Grid. Have a good night.